Qatar's history has long been shaped by the sea. But in 1971, the sea gave us its most precious gift: the discovery of one of the most important natural resources on Earth. Today, our country has been completely transformed, the result of an ambitious vision for a sustainable future. This is the story of a company that has helped deliver that vision: Qatargas. A story of imagination and innovation on a quite epic scale. The numbers are extraordinary. 900 trillion cubic feet of gas, covering 6,000 square kilometers, up to 3,000 meters beneath the seabed, deposited over 250 million years ago. The North Field, Qatar. Earth's largest single deposit of natural gas, now producing 11.3 billion cubic feet of natural gas every single day, safely, efficiently, and reliably. A vital energy resource for the planet, touching the lives of billions of people in every corner of the world. North Field Bravo, 60 kilometers out to sea, the heart of our offshore operations. Responsible for the production of 0 to 42 million tons per annum of liquefied natural gas in just 14 years. Not only have we helped transform Qatar, today we're the largest producer and supplier of LNG in the world. For Qatargas, the LNG business has all been made possible through the inspired vision of His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar, a man who dared to dream of being able to deliver the impossible. It's been an incredible journey, a pioneering story of people, innovation, operating excellence, and corporate citizenship. A story of commitment and the expertise of thousands of people who turned an ambitious dream into reality.
For Qatar and for Qatargas, the Qatari gas story is a unique success story. During the last 2 decades and 14 years since the export of the first LNG from Qatargas, we have seen the whole map of the energy industry in Qatar change. Today, Qatar has become the biggest LNG producer in the world with a production capacity of 77 million tons.
Qatargas' great ambition is to continue to be a reliable supplier to the world. The value chain, the shipping fleet that gives us the flexibility of diverting volumes from one place to another to get a better margin of our products. Also the value chain when it comes to the terminal facilities that Qatar in general has. There is a market already being set up for our products, LNG products, to go to. So this gives us the flexibility of sending our products to a specific home. That's really the advantage that Qatargas has because of the shipping fleet flexibility.
Our story started in 1984 with one simple belief. We knew that to be able to deliver large volumes of natural gas to all 4 corners of the world, we had to become a breakthrough company. We had to focus on finding a way of building the world's first fully integrated LNG value chain, from the extraction of gas from the seabed to its safe and reliable delivery on the other side of the world. By controlling every link of that chain, this would give us great economies of scale, as well as the ability to spot new opportunities and expand to supply potential new markets. Today, we supply over 20 different countries across the world. Partnering with Qatar Petroleum and our initial shareholders, the Qatargas journey now began. To start with, a fleet of 10 conventional ships would effectively operate as a floating pipeline, delivering Qatar's LNG to international markets many thousands of miles away. In 1992, we concluded our first LNG sales and purchase agreement with Chubu Electric Power Company of Japan and a group of 7 Japanese buyers, making Japan the first of many countries to whom we would soon regularly supply. With the breakthrough deal agreed, we began by chartering our original fleet of LNG ships. This was quickly followed by the construction of Qatargas 1, phase 1 of our long-term vision, in which 3 LNG trains were built, each with a production capacity of 2 million tons per annum. Sited in close proximity to the North Field at Ras Laffan, Qatargas 1 would specifically help meet the energy needs of Japan. The actual process of taking raw natural gas from the seabed and turning it to LNG for export still follows the same liquefaction process today as it did then. Extracted from the seabed 3,000 meters below, the raw gas arrives onshore at Ras Laffan into a slug catcher to separate out the condensate from the gas before being sent to the liquefaction trains for processing into LNG. During the first phase of this process, sulfur compounds, carbon dioxide and water are removed in stages. The gas is then chilled using propane and a mixed refrigeration process. The main cryogenic heat exchanger in each train then cools the gas closer to minus 160 degrees, at which point it turns into a liquid, making it 1/600th the original volume of the gas and economical for us to ship around the world. To get an impression of what this actually looks like, this is the LNG equivalent of a large beach ball being shrunk down to a tiny golf ball. On the 10th of January 1997, the first shipment of LNG was successfully delivered to Japan, the first of thousands of LNG cargoes that over the next few years would be delivered to all 4 corners of the world. Today in Japan, millions of people benefit from the natural gas resource from Qatar. The formal inauguration of Qatargas 1 showed the world that our incredible journey had well and truly begun. Working with our shareholders, technological innovation and increased knowledge soon brought even higher production capacity to our LNG trains. A process of debottlenecking that involved modifications to our existing trains meant our LNG output from Qatargas 1 had now reached 10 million tons per annum. Together with our next set of shareholder partners, then came a step change that would transform the face of the LNG industry forever, catapulting us towards our vision of being the world leader in LNG. This was the creation of the world's first fully integrated LNG value chain. Qatargas 2 saw the introduction of the megatrain, a groundbreaking and pioneering new era for global LNG production that would ultimately result in greater economies of scale. For Qatar and Qatargas, things would never be quite the same again, meaning that in just a few years, Qatar would find itself firmly placed in the middle of the world's energy stage. With its main markets destined to be the United Kingdom and Europe, the Qatargas 2 project was groundbreaking in every way. Built by over 30,000 people from 50 different nationalities, 2 of the world's first ever LNG megatrains were built, each one stretching over 1 kilometer in length, each with a production capacity of 7.8 million tons per annum. This represented a massive step up, not only for Qatargas, but for the global LNG industry. However, due to the huge increase in production, an innovative and more efficient way had to be found to deliver our LNG to the world. Our solution was to design and build 14 of the world's largest LNG carriers ever constructed, the Q-Max and Q-Flex, project managed through the shipyards in Korea. This new generation of ships were designed by a team of engineers who made a quantum leap in the capacities of conventional LNG carriers. An extraordinary 80% larger than our original LNG fleet, each ship now had the cargo capacity to carry between 210,000 and 266,000 cubic meters of LNG, equivalent to enough gas to fill London's Royal Albert Hall 3 times over. Just as importantly, each ship had been designed with a host of innovative features to maximize cargo deliveries and ensure the highest levels of safety and reliability, reducing the cost of transportation by approximately 30%, whilst reducing CO2 emissions by 30% per ton of cargo carried. The official opening of Europe's largest regasification terminal in the UK 2 years later, capable of receiving 15.6 million tons of LNG per annum, was the concluding element of our first fully integrated LNG value chain. From wellhead to market, a world first, the global energy industry watched and learnt. For the UK, this meant that the new terminal could supply it with 20% of its natural gas demand. For Qatargas, this was a pivotal moment, for we had effectively established an operational model in which a fleet of giant-sized ships would sail millions of nautical miles every year, delivering to a network of LNG receiving terminals across the world, all part of our visionary thinking and investment. Pushing the boundaries of innovation and technology, Qatargas had now well and truly differentiated itself from other global LNG producers. A modern-day success story, destined to not only benefit the world, but to have a positive impact on the lives of the Qatari people, the economy, and the very development of Qatar itself. Providing a stable and sustainable source of income for the state of Qatar. Our expansion quickly continued, supported by our shareholder partners and our customer markets in Asia, Europe, and North and South America. Work now began on the Qatargas 3 and Qatargas 4 projects, which would soon add 2 more LNG trains of 7.8 million tons each per annum production capacity, together with a further 18 of the world's largest ships, providing further economies of scale. The desire to build the world's largest condensate refinery was achieved when it was officially opened, helping capture synergies and opportunities from the development of the North Field. The culmination of all these activities meant Qatargas's progress had now reached an unprecedented level. On the 13th of December 2010, the state of Qatar officially celebrated becoming the world's largest producer of LNG, a historic achievement for an ambitious country with an extraordinary vision. The vision of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani. Just 14 years after the delivery of its first ever LNG shipment to Japan, Qatargas's targeted production of 42 million tons of LNG per annum had now helped Qatar celebrate this great moment, a significant contributor towards the 2030 Qatar national vision. Today, Qatargas continues to provide a highly stable source of income for the state of Qatar, helping it reach its vision for a prosperous and sustainable future. Our flexibility has allowed us to ship LNG to our customers in over 20 markets around the world, supplying markets where it is most needed. And since our LNG is not constrained by pipelines to a single market, our flexibility has translated directly into healthy competitiveness. This has proved crucial to our continued success. Today, with our 4 joint LNG ventures, 7 LNG trains, a dedicated fleet of 44 ships, as well as the management of over 80 offshore wells in the North Field, Qatargas's successful expansion program is complete for now. There are, though, many more initiatives with which we continue to be involved. forever striving to uphold the highest standards of responsible energy management and energy conservation. As a responsible energy operator, committed to improving and promoting the environmental performance of LNG, we are proud to have a forward-thinking corporate social responsibility program, as well as robust greenhouse gas, emissions, and water management strategies. We employ cutting-edge technologies that, whenever possible, minimizes the impact on the environment. Initiatives such as our innovative jetty boil-off gas management project, designed to recover the gas that is typically flared off during LNG ship loading, further enhances performance. This recovered gas will soon provide enough gas to power up to 300,000 homes. It will also help reduce loading emissions by over 90%. Our award-winning coral conservation project uses marine biological scientific studies to support long-term coral conservation in Qatar's waters. Recent surveys have highlighted that transplanted corals have begun to reproduce successfully. We were also proud when our LNG ships became the world's first recipient of the Green Award for an innovative design dedicated to safety and environmental standards. The introduction of pioneering onboard boil-off gas recovery systems on our Q-Flex and Q-Max LNG carriers have made further emission reductions possible. All of this has been achieved with an unwavering commitment to safety. Safety in everything we do. Pioneering an incident and injury-free safety culture, which lies at the very heart of our success. All through our journey, people have been important to us. Our steadfast belief has always been that our people should be able to go back safely to their families at the end of each day, with local community support one of our key objectives. Our people are central to Qatargas.
Definitely the greatest achievement is achieving His Highness the Emir vision of delivering 77 million tons of LNG to the world. Well, all of this achievements and the milestones that we have achieved, it all goes to the contribution of Qatargas employee, the human resource of Qatargas, who are really dedicated to meet the vision of the state, which is 2030. And what I can see is Qatargas is really contributing to the growth of the state. Qatargas achievements in being the most reliable supplier to the world. This goes to the people of Qatargas, how they are adapted to the safety practice, and also goes to our shareholders who really support us of where lessons learned of any incident that happened across their operation.
Qatar today is recognized as having one of the most respected leadership in the whole world. As Qatar is an effective international player in the world, so I think this has enhanced Qatargas in establishing a trust with our stakeholders, which has been a vital part of Qatargas' success.
In just 14 years, Qatargas has redefined the global LNG business, growing from a once relatively straightforward offshore-onshore structure to a now highly complex, multifaceted organization with a multitude of different partnerships and closely aligned ventures across the world. We are proud of that achievement. Realizing the original dream: diverse, cleaner energy, safe, efficient, reliable transportation, energy for people, energy for the planet. The numbers may be extraordinary, but in the end it all comes down to just one thing. One responsible company: Qatargas. From the earth, for the earth. Liquefied natural Qatargas, delivering energy to the world. Leaders and innovators in global energy. Qatargas, the world's premier LNG company.